Hey, Smithy here again. Just on the subject of blues, really. Just wanted to share a little bit of insight and a little bit of playing that I've been doing recently. And I just made a discovery not too long ago that when one is playing blues in the classic way, for instance in a guitar player's favourite key, which happens to be A, the idea that came to me actually via another video, but this is how this stuff all goes around, and I guess, you know, if it gets out there and it helps players that are learning and trying to glean information all the time, then it's helpful. So basically the idea was the transition from the 1 chord to the 4 chord can be emphasised quite nicely by using a diminished sound or diminished arpeggio. So in this case, in the key of A, we would then be moving, as most of us know, to the 4 chord of D. To get there, what sounds quite nice is to play from F sharp, playing whole tones, thus. And if you listen to the transition from A to D, that F sharp diminished leads rather nicely into D. So I think you can probably hear that. So basically that was just a little snippet of information there that I wanted to share, and that works, you know, through any way you can play an F sharp diminished arpeggio. Would lead you nicely in an A blues to your 4 chord, etc. And then if you're playing over changes, then you know you get to your 5 chord and you can play directly out of E. You know, and the chord changes back to D. I would maybe play, you know, Mixolydian even. Before we go back to our 1 chord. And I think this, the idea with blues, especially I've found over the years, just generally playing in bands and different things and improvising and playing on my own, it's a tapestry of all these different things, all these different little scales and ideas that we weave together, you know, and everyone does it slightly differently, which is the wonderful thing about playing guitar, because improvisation is a purely personal thing, and you know, I love doing it personally. I don't do it enough, don't have the time these days particularly, but I do enjoy it, and I love playing with other players, and obviously that's the thing that is very important, as and when we can, is to get together even just to jam, and you know, have a studio room for a day or whatever and play with friends, because it really opens up your improvisation skills, and you remember things, and muscle memory will come all the time. You can do this. It's got to be good. Playing it against backing tracks, also good, great for your timing, even with just a metronome, which you'll notice I'm not doing in a lot of these videos, which is bad really. I do aim to do some more videos where I will be using a track or a drum beat at least, which helps because it keeps you in time. So yeah, that was basically it. I mean, playing over changes, using different little bits. So I'd use in the blues, I'd probably use Mixolydian, minor pentatonic, major pentatonic, that diminished thing. What else? Sometimes even major scale will work really well. But it's a case of knitting all that stuff together really, and just finding different ways of using it. So that's all I wanted to say. I mean, there's umpty 8 million videos out there of players much better than me, instructing you on how to do this stuff, but I just thought I'd throw my pennyworth worth in really, and the main key to playing guitar is to enjoy it, and don't think of it as a chore that you have to practice to get better. You do have to practice, but you need to enjoy your practice. So, over and out, all the best.